Hello grade 12. This video is on doing task 7.14 in your textbook. This is a question which is directly from a past paper, and you often find questions very similar to this in many of the exams. So you must be able to answer this type of question, obviously, although you won't know what exactly you can get. Okay, so this is for BBN Taxi Service. Barry and Brenda in Global run a taxi business called BBN Taxi Service. They are concerned that the revenue from taxi fares has not met their budget of 2 million rand and that the fuel and repair costs have exceeded the budget of 950,000 rand. They have extracted the following information from the ledger, the fixed asset register, and other records on 28 February 20.6, the last day of the financial year. You are required to consider the information provided and identify two problems per taxi. Quote amounts to support your opinion. Okay, so you would have to identify two problems per taxi for 2 marks each, or maybe 1 mark each. And in some of these type of questions, we also provide a solution to the problem. So we'll also just add in some notes with regard to the solutions to these problems. Okay, so for taxi number 1, okay, the driver's name is James. It was purchased on 1st March 19.5. Now already from that, I can see that it's one of the oldest taxis. Okay, so that's going to be a problem, obviously. Oldest vehicles always have higher running and maintenance costs. Okay, so the cost price of the vehicle was 52,000 rand. The accumulated depreciation was 51,999 rand. That means it has a book value of 1 rand, which means it has reached the end of its useful life. Okay, the amount of revenue it has brought in is actually the most compared to the other taxis. It's also covered the most kilometers in the last year, and the fuel repair costs are very high, and also the fuel repair costs per kilometer are very high. Okay, so because of this taxi being very old, this is why it has such high running costs, right? So it's got high running costs. Okay, you can say that the taxi is very old. Okay, then yes, okay, well, age is fully depreciated. So safety is also a concern. Okay, it's earning 9 rand per kilometer. So if you take 1,080,000 divided by 120,000, the profit is 2 rand 90 per kilometer. Okay, which is the difference between 9 rand and 6 rand 10. Okay, so I did say that these are just, in this question, you only had to identify problems. You could identify some, just bring up some solutions as well. Now, a solution would be to basically, you see that this taxi driver, okay, obviously, one of the solutions would be to replace this taxi. Okay, and also this driver is very hardworking, so incentivize the driver, so give him an incentive to continue working hard. Okay, because he's brought in the most revenue compared to the other taxi drivers. Okay, then the next taxi number 2. Okay, so taxi number 2 was purchased on 1st March 20.5, and we've got all the details there, right? Okay, so taxi number 2, the amount of revenue brought in is actually the lowest for taxi number 2. So we're going to say there's a lack of revenue in comparison to the other taxis. Okay, so only 411 per kilometer. Okay, so there is a likelihood that money is being stolen or some fraud happening for the driver. Okay, the running revenue per kilometer is less than the running cost per kilometer. So 411 compared to 480. Okay, so it's only earning revenue of 411. So that means that this taxi is actually making a loss. Okay, so it's making a loss. Okay, so then it does appear that there is some fraud with the driver. So what can they do to ensure that this doesn't happen? Okay, Okay, so here to give some solutions, we can install a tracker. Okay, to see what the driver is doing. He may be wasting time during the day, not going on the taxi route. Okay, also check mileage against takings every day. We can also investigate the actions of the driver. You can come up with other things as well. Okay, and perhaps it would also be a good idea to pay the drivers according to the revenue which is brought in. So not give them a fixed salary. Okay, so these are possible solutions. Okay, then taxi number 3. Okay, so if we look at that taxi there, this taxi has only covered 34,000 kilometers in the last year compared to the other taxis. Okay, so it should be used a bit more. So we also need to see what the driver is doing here. Okay, so there's underutilization, 34,000 kilometers. The others have done more. The running costs are low, 470 per kilometer, so it should be used a bit more. Okay, there may be a lack of work ethic of the driver, and it's only 9 rand per kilometer, so there's a profit of 430 per kilometer excluding depreciation. Okay, and if we need to bring in some solutions there again, it would be just to provide incentives to the drivers to work harder. Okay, so provide incentives to drivers. Okay, also pay according to revenue brought in. Okay, so that's all for this question. Obviously, you may find even more. You can answer the question as long as you make valid points and try and bring in as many figures as you can when answering this type of question. Okay, bye.